Well, it's about that time of year again. Time to start cleaning up the wood yard. Isn't that the way it usually is? You get to the end of the burning season, you have all this stuff left. This is where we're going to build the wood shed, right in this area here. But now we got weeds in there, and I even sprayed it. That was 2 months ago, and the new ones grew. Got some old junk wood to move there. Some elm I decided to throw there for some reason. Woodshed's going to go from right about there down to right about there. Need to move all that stuff, get these pallets out of the way. Got to clean up all the pallets over here in this area. First thing I need to do, though, I restacked that wood because something knocked it over. And believe it or not, the pool cover I had on there can't take the UV. Go figure. You'd think they'd make a pool cover that could take UV. But it just started shredding and cracking, getting real brittle, which is what things do when the sun beats them up. So I got all that. Got a pile here where I did some splitting and didn't clean up after myself. Got a little bit of junk over there. Some junk under there. There's the log arch. Weeds grown up. I sprayed this weed killer twice, but the weeds just keep on coming. I just got done cutting up a couple of pine logs that we had left that hadn't been cut up, and I cut up a bunch of the slag wood from the sawmill down there that we had piled on top of this trailer. I need to get stuff out of the trailer and get it split. It's just junk wood though. I still have all that over there. That's good wood. That's oak. It needs to be split. That should get split before the pine, don't you think? Anyway, this here is just junk wood. I had it for campers, but haven't had any campers, so that's going to be some of the first stuff I burn. These are posts we're going to use for the wood shed. Need to dig holes and get them in the ground. Need to clean this. Got basically the whole wood yard mess to clean up. That's how it goes, ain't it? You get to the end of wood burning season. You've been cutting and splitting and stacking all winter long, up into the early spring. Then you're tired. You're tired of it. It's starting to get warm out. You have spring projects you got to do. You got gardens to plant, flowers to do, and trees to trim, and you got all this other stuff to do, and it just kind of gets left, like you saw earlier, you know? So you just got to get out there. This is the first cool day. It's only supposed to get up to, I think, 79 today. So it's compared to the 101 we had last week. 79 is cool. So I figured this is a good day to get some stuff done. So let's go. Well, that's one job down. Got them logs cut up. Got them stacked up so they're off the ground anyway. One down. 1,000 to go. Well, there's another job done. Got all them pieces up off the ground, piled them up there and put the cover back on it. And you can see back there, I'm burning. Maybe I shouldn't be as dry as it is, but it seemed like a safe place. It's mostly green. So that's another thing done. Got all the junk off the top of there, moved some of it up there. Now I just got to figure out what to do with the rest of that. Well, got the wood pile covered with new plastic and put the old tarp over top of it to protect the new plastic from the wind tearing it to shreds. So that's another job done. Plus got all the weeds mowed around here before that so I could walk through there. So I got that cleaned up, got that covered up. A couple more things done. There's still so much left to do, but we're getting there. Got that over there left to get cleaned up. This is all oak, but it's pieces that I can't split anymore, and I can't fit them in my wood burner as is, so I'm not real sure what I'm going to do with them. I might cut them into smaller pieces with the chainsaw and just use them as clunkers in the wood burner. This is all the tree that was next to that dead one right there that was over that way. It up and died. It's a elm. I cut it down in the spring after it died. It won't be ready to burn, but I need to move it because it's in my way. I need to get them pallets up off the ground out from under it. Those pallets there are probably fire fodder. This one over here was a good solid pallet, but I don't know what it's like now. These pallets over here by this tree, they're probably going to get put on the burn pile. Some of these clunkers in here might end up on the burn pile too. I'm not sure where this wood came from, but it doesn't look like it's worth much. Looks kind of corky and bug-eaten. Yep, that time of year. You got to get things cleaned up and ready for the new firewood season. And I really let this go down here more than I did last year. This is some clunker junker wood that I had covered up. I'm using it to keep the fire going. Oh well. And it's starting to spit a little bit of rain. I checked the radar. Looks like today's pretty much over with. I'm going to keep going until it starts actually raining, but it looks like it's going to start actually raining any minute. Okay, today I had only a little bit of time here towards evening, but I moved a few pallets out of the way and picked up some scraps, cleaned up some scraps over by that pile, and I'm using them scraps to try to burn a few stumps the rest of the way down. If you go far enough back in the channel, you'll see this used to be a fence line through here that had fence all intertwined with a bunch of brush trees, elm trees and hackberry trees, and then they were all intertwined with a bunch of sticker vines growing up through them and grapevines. And we got this all cleaned out and we burned out most of the stumps, but like we can see here where there used to be a stump in there, and I think it's gone. But there was still one there, and down there sticking up enough that I couldn't mow through here with the brush hog without worrying about hitting them. So hopefully this will finish getting rid of them, get them down to ground level, so this will just be like part of the yard. That's the plan anyway. Got some rocks to move. I plan on being out here a lot longer tomorrow, I hope. Get some of that wood over there split, get the rest of this mess over here cleaned up. But in the meantime, I got other stuff I got to go do before it gets dark. Well, you can see I got some more cleaning up down over here. Got the old pallets out of there. Got one sitting here. And over there, I got two of them where I'm splitting some of that wood. I got some wood split today. And I got that gate out of there that was underneath, sitting over here. So I got this area pretty much cleaned up. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'll probably just chunk it up for junk wood, because that's pretty much what it is. And that'll be the stuff I'll burn when it's cold enough for a fire, but not cold enough you need a really good fire. That's what junk wood's for. This over here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. These are clunkers that I can't fit in my wood burner, and I can't split them any further. I might just cut them into chunks with the saw. I don't know. I think I talked about that. The wood right there, I got to find a home for it, get it split. It'll be no good until next year at best. I'm still burning out that stump over there. I've just been using chunks of wood that I've been finding that need to be taken care of. That's how far I made it. I got to go back to work tomorrow, so I'm done with this for a few days, so I'll stop here and call it a video. Things I've still got left to do, obviously, do something with this, do something with that, do something with that, do something with that. This is all the stuff I raked up out of that area. I just figured I'd burn it there. I've got another one of them gates right here. Some of this wood's on top of it, and I need to get it pulled up out of there, because those are going to be the stacking racks in the bottom of my woodshed. They make great stacking racks, especially if you put some bricks underneath them. Get them up off the ground about 5 or 6 inches. You get a nice flow of air underneath. So anyway, that's where we are right now. Wood season is just about upon us, so I'm trying to get ahead of it a little bit. And I think I've got a lot done. Randy's been out with a bad back, so it's been just me all by my lonesomeness. And I haven't really been feeling top of the world myself. Maybe my voice tells you that. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for watching. Give us one of these. We'll see you again, hopefully.